This is the presidential procession screening the president and chairman in council of the great and honorable the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Leading the pack is members of the Board of Fellows of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Please, can we stand up for the national anthem? While we are still standing, let's take the opening prayer. Second stanza of our national anthem. Let's recite together as we say, O God of creation, direct our noble cause, guide our leaders right, help our youth the truth to know, in love and honesty to grow, and living just and true, great lofty heights attain, to build a nation where peace and justice shall reign. Amen. Please, can we kindly take our seats? Before we commence the program, let me kindly appeal to the photographers. Please, once we commence this program, we do not want to see any photographer in front of the stage, please. The security should kindly assist us. And also we appeal to the conferees to sit according to the numbering of the tables. Please, identify where your name is and sit according to your number. Thank you very much. A very warm good morning, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. My name is Engineer Ben O.C. Oko, Fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Fellow of the American Society of Civil Engineers, and by the special grace of God, I am the Director of Programs for today's event. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the Nigerian Society of Engineers is an umbrella organization for the engineering profession in Nigeria, and it was founded on the 16th day of February in the year of our Lord 1958. Since then, the society has remained committed to promoting the advancement of engineering education and research and practice in all its ramifications, and has also played a pivotal role in organizing quality programs aimed at developing the human capacity of its members, sensitization and enlightenment of the public, and provision of quality advice to policymakers and stakeholders alike. In the year 1968, precisely 10 years after the society was founded, the Nigerian Society of Engineers, under the leadership of Engineer Samuel Olatunde Father Hussein, Fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Officer Order of the Federal Republic, 5th President of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, introduced the conferment of fellowship on engineers who have distinctively distinguished themselves in their careers and in every sphere of human endeavor. 18 distinguished engineers were conferred with the NSC Fellowship in the year 1968. In the year 1978, under the presidency of Engineer Henry Imariabwe Egehon, 10th President of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, another batch of 20 engineers were conferred with the fellowship of the Great and Honorable, the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Since then, the fellowship of the Nigerian Society of Engineers has been conferred on individuals who have served the society meritoriously and have distinguished themselves, both in character, in practice, and also in learning and in every conceivable parameter. And it has become a part of our history. And today, Mr. President, the President of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, by the mandate of the Council of the Society, will be conferring the Distinguished Fellowship of the Society on eminent and distinguished engineers who have been found worthy to be conferred with this honor. Therefore, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor on behalf of the President of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Engineer Tasius Sahad Gidari Wode, Fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, and the Chairman of the Board of Fellows of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, a very distinguished Engineer Ebele Ofunne Amaka Okeke, FNSC CFR, to warmly welcome you to this history-making event, the conferment of fellowship of the Nigerian Society of Engineers on these very distinguished engineers. Seated in this auditorium, the African Hall of the International Conference Center, are very distinguished Nigerians and dignitaries who have traveled from different parts of this country to be part of this epoch-making event. It is my pleasure, therefore, to acknowledge the presence of the following dignitaries in our midst. Let me, in a very special way, acknowledge the presence of Her Excellency, who is also one of the conferees for today's event, the Deputy Governor of Ogun State, Her Excellency Engineer Noimot Salako Oyedele. Please, can we appreciate her, please? And also seated beside her, we are told that behind every successful man is a woman. And these days, what we hear is that beside every successful man is a woman. And I know in future we may have, before every successful man is a woman. But beside Her Excellency is her adorable husband, Alhaji Kashif Bode Oyedele. Please, can we put our hands together for him? Let me also respectfully acknowledge the presence of the Chief Whip of the Nigerian Senate, a very distinguished senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria representing Borno South in the Nigerian Senate, a very distinguished Senator Ali Ndume. Please, can we put our hands together for him? Also, we have another very distinguished senator representing Imo East Senatorial District in the Nigerian Senate, Senator Ezenwa Onyewuchi. Please, can we appreciate him? Let me also acknowledge the presence of also another distinguished senator who is one of the conferees in today's event and chairman of Senate Committee on Works, a very distinguished Senator Patrick Chinwoba Ndubweze. Please, can we put our hands together for him? It's my pleasure also to respectfully acknowledge the presence of our host, the President and Chairman in Council of the Great and Honorable, the Nigerian Society of Engineers, are very distinguished. Engineer Tasiu Sahad Gidari Wudil, Fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers and Fellow of the Nigerian Institute of Management. Mr. President, you are welcome. Let me also specially acknowledge the presence of the Deputy President and incoming President of the Great and Honorable, the Nigerian Society of Engineers, our very distinguished Engineer Margaret Aina Oguntala, Fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers and Fellow of the Nigerian Society of Chemical Engineers. Let me also respectfully acknowledge the presence of the Chairman of the Board of Fellows of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, of course, the first female to occupy that position. A very distinguished Engineer Ebele Ofunne Amaka Okeke, Fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Fellow of the Academy of Engineering, and recipient of the National Honors of Officer, Order of the Niger, and Commander, Order of the Federal Republic. Let's put our hands together for her, please. It's my pleasure also to acknowledge the presence of the executive committee members of the Nigerian Society of Engineers here present. I can see the vice presidents of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Engineer Demola Agoro, Engineer Bemigo Fenego, Engineer Joseph Adebayo, and Engineer Danladi Ushiki. You are all welcome, sir. Let me acknowledge also the presence of the members of the Executive Committee of the Nigerian Society of Engineers here present, Engineer Dr. Dauda Aluya. I can see Engineer Babalola, Engineer Haman Diko, Engineer Adamu, and is that Engineer Rachel? All right, okay. Thank you. And of course, the Executive Secretary of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Engineer Joshua Egube, Fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, and I will add this one, Fellow of the American Society of Civil Engineers. Thank you. Let me, in a very special way, acknowledge the presence of the immediate past President of the Council for the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria, a very distinguished Engineer Ali Masuya Rabiu, Fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Fellow of the Academy of Engineering, Fellow of the American Society of Civil Engineers, a recipient of the National Honor of Member Order of the Federal Republic. You're welcome, sir. Also seated beside him is the Vice President of the Council for the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria, Engineer Olu Ogunduile, Fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Also, we have in our midst past ESCO members of the Nigerian Society of Engineers here present. Let me acknowledge the presence of Engineer Felix Atume, Fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Fellow of the Academy of Engineering, and Member National Institute, past Executive Secretary of NSC, and past Registrar of Current. You are welcome, sir. I have in our midst very distinguished guests who have joined us for today's event. We may not take all the names of all the guests, special guests here, but let me, in a very special way, request that all our conferees stand up for recognition, please, because without them, we will not be here today. Please, can we clap for all the conferees? We can actually do better than that. Thank you. Please, can you kindly take your seats? And of course, some of them have come with their spouses. And all spouses here, you are duly and respectfully recognized. And all fellows of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, most especially the members of the Board of Fellows of the society that are here present, you are highly and respectfully recognized. And our members, of course, who are here, all our invited guests, gentlemen of the press. Just coming in is the immediate past president of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Engineer Babagana Mohammed. Fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, you are welcome, sir. All our invited guests, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, all other protocols duly, respectfully, and honorably observed. I still remain yours sincerely, Engineer Ben O.C. Oko, Fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers and Fellow of the American Society of Civil Engineers. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the person that will lead us to the next item in our program is a very distinguished engineer, the first female civil engineer in Nigeria, the first woman to serve as the permanent secretary, Ministry of Water Resources, the first woman to serve as head of civil service of the Federation, and of course, the first engineer, of course, to occupy that position. She also served as the first chairman of the Association of Professional Women Engineers of Nigeria, APWEN, Abuja. She also served as the first woman to serve as vice chairman of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Abuja branch. And by the special grace of God and the common will of the Nigerian engineers, she is also the first woman to serve as the chairman of the board of fellows of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. She is a recipient of 2 national honors, recipient of the National Honor of Officer Order of the Niger, and also recipient of the National Honor of Commander Order of the Federal Republic. She's a fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, a fellow of the Academy of Engineering, a fellow of the Institute of Civil Engineers, United Kingdom. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, join me as I welcome to present her welcome address the chairman of the Board of Fellows of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, a very distinguished and delectable engineer, Ebele Ofunne Amaka Okeke, fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers and fellow of the Academy of Engineers. Let's put our hands together for her, please.
I stand on the existing established protocol. My president, Engineer Gidari Wudil, President of Nigerian Society of Engineers. It is with great pleasure and on behalf of the President and Chairman of Council, the Council and Board of Fellows, College of Fellows of Nigerian Society of Engineers, that I welcome you all to this great occasion of the conferment of fellowship of our great society. The Nigerian Society of Engineers welcome our conferees and their spouses to this occasion. Today, a total of 427 engineers who have distinguished themselves in the practice and promotion of engineering will be conferred with the fellowship of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, FNSC, which is the highest level any practicing engineer in Nigeria can attain to. These eminent professionals are commended for having scaled through the procedures for screening and assessment, as the process has remained very thorough but fair. This is why, even though the membership strength of society is currently above 82,000 members, only a few percentage have been elevated to this fellowship grade. Therefore, any engineer with appellation FNSE is always accorded appropriate recognition and privileges. The President and Chairman of Council, fellows, conferees, ladies and gentlemen, it is once more my great delight to welcome you all to this occasion, where we will interact to celebrate the new fellows, as well as exchange ideas on how to play active roles in the infrastructural and economic growth of our great nation. I thank you all, and the conferees, we are all very proud of you to have attained this level of fellowship. Thank you, and God bless.
We can actually do better than that. Before we go to the next item in our program, let me quickly acknowledge the presence of the Deputy Chairman, House Committee on Alternative Education, a member representing Adodu and Ota Federal Constituency in the Nigerian House of Representatives, Engineer Olatunji Akinosi, fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Please, can we appreciate him? And also let me inform us that the former chairman, Senate Committee on Works, Engineer Ndubweze, is now the chairman of the Senate Committee on Steel. All right, thank you very much. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, his journey through the ranks of the Nigerian Society of Engineers began in Bauchi branch of the society, where he served as publicity secretary, vice chairman, and in the year 2006, he became the chairman of the branch. He also featured prominently at the national arena and served as vice president of the Nigerian Society of Engineers for the year 2017, 2018, and 2019. And in the year 2019, in the beautiful city of Kano, where he comes from, he was elected the deputy president of the Nigerian Society of Engineers and served as deputy president of the society for the years 2020 and 2021. And on the 1st of January 2022, he assumed office as the 33rd president of the Great and Honorable the Nigerian Society of Engineers and pledged to uphold the integrity, the dignity, and the ideals of the Nigerian Society of Engineers and the engineering practice and profession. No one can question his incomparable achievements and legacies of public service. He's ready to provide exactly the right kind of leadership at exactly the moment when it is most desperately needed. He has brought quality, excellence, and eloquence to the leadership of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. This is the moral fiber of the man who pilots the affairs of this great society in the past 2 years. We know his quality. We also know his character. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to invite for his opening remarks the 33rd president of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, a very distinguished, indefatigable, courageous Engineer Tasiu Sahad Gedari Wudil, fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers and fellow of the Nigerian Institute of Management. You are welcome, Mr. President. Thank you.
Ben Osi, you keep removing my fellowship. I'm a fellow of the Nigerian Institution of Agricultural Engineers. even though I'm a power systems engineer. Thank you. I think the protocol has been established, but let me digress small, recognize the representative of the Senate President, distinguished Senator Ndumi, the incoming President of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Engineer Mrs. Margaret Aina Oguntala, FNSE, Fellow of the Nigerian Society of Chemical Engineers, distinguished Senator who is going to be our conferee, Senator Nwabeze, who is the chairman, Senate Committee on Steel. The correction is that we were thinking he was chairman, Senate Committee on Works, but he's now chairman, Senate Committee on Steel. The Deputy Governor of Ogun State, one of our own, the chairman, Board of Fellows, Engineer Ebele Okeke, FNSE, the immediate past president of Koren and the vice president of Koren, of course, past chairman of the Board of Fellows, Engineer Felix Atume, the managing director of Rural Electrification Agency, one of us who's going to be a conferee today. I will stop here for the want of time, so please, I recognize all of you, fellows, conferees, our guests, the place, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to this colorful occasion, which is the regular fellowship conferment of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Today, we shall be officially decorating a total of 426 fellows who have been elevated to the topmost echelon in the hierarchy of our noble society, the fellowship. Getting to this level is a major attainment because everyone adorning himself or herself with the fellowship gown in this hall today has gone through the proverbial eye of the needle. The screening and assessment process undertaken by the Board of Fellows is thorough. Therefore, I especially congratulate all the conferees for achieving this feat. Let us appreciate them with a sounding round of applause. As fellows of the society, you have automatically assumed the responsibility of being role models and mentors to younger engineers. You are also expected to increase your participation in NSE activities and in making valuable contributions to the growth of the society. In addition, it is expected that you will always uphold good character and ethical values that will portray you as a worthy NSE ambassador as you deliver value-added services in your respective endeavors towards the development of our great nation, Nigeria. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this is not a day for long speeches, as we have 426 noble engineers to decorate, divided into 231 each and this morning and in the afternoon. Yes, I know that we are going through hard times, a lot of hard times at this time, but together we shall come out of it. And I assure you, the Nigerian Society of Engineers is going to be stronger. Finally, I give my strong commendations to the Board of Fellows of the Society under the leadership of Engineer Ebele Okeke, FNSC, FAH, CFR, for the great work they have done, which has culminated in today's ceremony. To Engineer Ebele Okeke and her team, I say thank you and for the job excellently done. Thank you all for listening. My name is Engineer Tasiu Saad Gidarudil, the outgoing president of NSE.
Thank you, Mr. President. Please, can we once again appreciate Mr. President for that opening remarks. Before we go to the next item, let me quickly acknowledge the presence of Honorable Eugene Dibiago, Deputy Chairman, House Committee on Foreign Affairs, a member representing Olajiegbe Maoguta, Olu West Federal Constituency of Imo State. Please, can we appreciate him, please? Also, let me also acknowledge the presence of Engineer Ahmed Salahijo Ahmed, the Chairman, the MD of Rural Electrification Board. You are welcome, sir. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the high point of today's event, and that is the conferment of the fellowship of the Nigerian Society of Engineers on these distinguished and eminent engineers. It is my pleasure to invite the chairman of the Board of Fellows of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Engineer Ebele Ofunnamaka Okeke, Fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers and Commander, Order of the Federal Republic, and the members of the Board of Fellows of the Society here present to lead us into the conferment of the Fellowship of the Nigerian Society of Engineers on these distinguished engineers. Please, can we appreciate her as she comes to the podium? Okay, while we are waiting for Mr. President and the Chairman of the Board of Fellows to conclude the arrangement for the next item in our program. Let me quickly, say something to spice up the event. I support a club known as the Liverpool Football Club. And somebody is already laughing. The slogan of Liverpool, for Liverpool fans, we know that is, we never walk alone. We never walk alone. And recently, I attended a program, a crusade for that matter. And in that crusade, somebody tapped my shoulder and said to me, "You will walk." And when the person touched me and said, "You will walk," I didn't bother because I knew I was not lame, that naturally I will walk. But after that crusade, as I was leaving, I touched my pocket and couldn't find my wallet. And actually, I walked home that day. So I walked alone against the wish and against the motto of my club, the slogan of my club, "We never walk alone." I actually walked alone that day. So distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I think the president is ready for us. May I invite the and let us also reinform you that the Fellowship of the Nigerian Society of Engineers was introduced in the year 1968, 10 years after the society was founded. And on that day, 18 members of the society were conferred with the Fellowship of the Society. 1968 has a very big history in the life of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, because the first conference of the Nigerian Society of Engineers was held in 1968. And also the first fellowship of the society was conferred to 18 engineers in 1968. And those two events took place under the leadership of Engineer Father Hussein, 5th president of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. And in 1978, 20 years after the society was founded, 10 years after the first fellowship were conferred, 20 other distinguished engineers were conferred with the fellowship of the society. And since then, the fellowship of the society has remained a very rich heritage and tradition of the society. And today, these distinguished and eminent engineers have been found worthy to be conferred with the fellowship of the society. Please, can we appreciate them once again? Let me therefore welcome to the stage the chairman of the board of fellows of the society, Engineer Bele Okeke, and the president and chairman in council of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, are very distinguished, Engineer Tasiu Sahad Gidari Wode, fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, fellow of the Nigerian Institute of Agricultural Engineers, as they come for the conferment of fellowships on these very distinguished engineers. Thank you.
Please, can I invite Engineer Noimot Olurotimi Salako Oyedele to come to the stage, please? Your Excellency, please stand there. Okay. The President, Nigerian Society of Engineers, I hereby present Engineer Naimot Olurotimi Salako Oyedele before you.
I, Engineer Tasiu Saad Gidari Udil, Fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, by the grace of God, then the Commonwealth of the Nigerian Engineers, the President and Chairman in Council of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, by the powers vested in me, I hereby confer on you
Engineer Noimot Olurotimi Salako Oyedele.
the Distinguished Fellowship of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Congratulations.
Please, members of the Board of Fellows here present can join to assist Mr. President.
May I invite Engineer Senator Patrick Chiwoba Ndubweze to please to come to the podium. Mr. President, I hereby present Engineer Senator Patrick Chiwoba Ndubweze for the conferment.
I, Engineer Tasu Saad Gidari Udil, Fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, by the grace of God, then the Commonwealth of the Nigerian Engineers, the President and Chairman in Council of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, by the powers vested in me, I hereby confer on you
Engineer Patrick Chiwoba Ndubweze.
the Distinguished Fellowship of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Congratulations.
While we are doing that, quickly, let me acknowledge the presence of the Managing Director, CEO of Nigerian Electricity Management Services Agency, NEMSA, Engineer Aliu Tuko Tahil. You are welcome, sir.
We should include the NEMSA guy.
May I invite Engineer Ahmad Salhijo Ahmad to please come to the podium. Engineer Ahmad Salhijo Ahmad. The President, Nigerian Society of Engineers, may present Engineer Ahmad Salijo Ahmad for conferment.
I, Engineer Tasiu Saad Gidari Udil, Fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, by the grace of God and the common will of the Nigerian Engineers, the President and Chairman in Council of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, by the powers vested in me, I hereby confer on you
Engineer Ahmad Salhijo Ahmad,
the Distinguished Fellowship of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Congratulations.
May I invite Engineer Christopher Chibo to the podium. Engineer Christopher Chibo to the podium, please. My President, may I present Engineer Christopher Chibo to you for conferment.
Wow. This is a rare privilege for a young president to do. Engineer Chibo is over 70. And when we heard that he was not a fellow, we were disturbed. So our ESCO came with the idea that any member in good standing that is not yet a fellow is automatically a fellow who has reached 70. So Engineer Chibo has retired for long, but we're happy to present him today as a fellow. So the ritual. I, Engineer Tasiu Saad Gidari Udil, Fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, by the grace of God, then the common will of the Nigerian Engineers, the President and Chairman in Council of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, by the powers vested in me, I hereby confer on you
Christopher Nemeze Chibo,
the Distinguished Fellowship of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Congratulations.
Obuam.
Engineer Aliu Tuku Tahil, please can you come to the podium? Engineer Aliu Tuku Aliu, please come to the podium. Is he around? Oh, okay. Mr. President, may I introduce or present to you Engineer Aliu Tuku Tahil for conferment.
Thank you, Madam. I, Engineer Tasiu Saad Gidaru Udil, Fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, by the special grace of God, then the common will of the Nigerian Engineers, the President and Chairman in Council of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, by the powers vested in me, I hereby confer on you
Engineer Aliu Tukur Tahir,
the Distinguished Fellowship of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Congratulations. He is my classmate, he is my roommate.
Engineer General Allison, Isaiah Allison, please can you come to the podium? Engineer General Allison, Isaiah Allison. Okay. My President, may I present Engineer General Allison Isaiah Allison for conferment.
I, Engineer Tasiu Saad Gidaru Udil, Fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, by the special grace of God, then the common will of the Nigerian Engineers, the President and Chairman in Council of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, by the powers vested in me, I hereby confer on you
Engineer Major General Isaiah Allison,
the Distinguished Fellowship of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Congratulations.
Please, may I request all non-conferees to sit down. All non-conferees, please sit down. Thank you. The President, Magistrate of Engineers, conferees, please stand up. All conferees to stand up. If you're not a conferee, please sit down, but all new conferees to stand up. Thank you. Mr. President, may I present to you all the conferees for today, for you to give them FNSA.
Please, there is a conferee wearing his cap. If you're a conferee, please don't wear your cap, except those that have been conferred, because we're about to confer on you. If you are not a conferee standing, please find a seat. So please, if you are a conferee, you are wearing cap, you have not been conferred, please drop your cap. So when I come to confer on you, please, you pronounce your name individually. I, Engineer Tasiu Saad Gidari Udil, Fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, by the grace of God, then the common will of the Nigerian engineers, the President and Chairman in Council of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, by the powers vested in me, I confer on you,
Engineer
Patrick
the
Obido.
Distinguished Fellowship of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. You can wear your caps.
Yay!
Why is Terry? Terry? Why is Terry? Why the list? You'll call them. This one, tick it, tick the ones that have been called. Pen is there. That one. Ahmed has been called. Alison. Okay. No. Okay, please, you can get seated. Please, sorry. Get seated, please. We are still in the confinement, please. Not yet. Please get seated. Please, we'll be calling your name. You step forward, have a handshake with the president and the members of the board of fellows. Go back to your seat, please. Okay, if you have your flags, come with it so that we snap picture with them. Just start calling.
Standing on the existing protocol, may I call Engineer Yusuf Ahmudu Abdul to come forward for presidential handshake. Yusuf Ahmuda Abdul. Engineer Mohammed Abdul should please come forward with your flag for presidential handshake. May I call Engineer Ali Abdullahi? May I call Engineer Ali Abdullahi?
His engineering career at Federal University of Technology, Mina, Nigeria, where he graduated
You
with a
come
bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering.
in line as you come in during the procession to have a presidential handshake.
Thermodynamics.
As we are called, you call one after the other to have a presidential handshake.
Engineer, a member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers and Nigerian Institution of Mechanical Engineers.
As you shake hands with the president, you give way for the others to also have the opportunity and enjoy the privilege. May I call Engineer Mohammed Kabir Abdullahi? Engineer Mohammed Kabir Abdullahi. Take the presidential handshake.
Engineer Mohammed Kabir Abdullahi.
Engineer Umma Abdullahi.
Engineer
Umma Abdullahi. As you take your presidential handshake, please.
National diploma and postgraduate
Engineer
diploma
Umma
in electrical
Abdullahi.
electronic engineering from the Kaduna Polytechnic.
May I call Engineer Muftahu Abdul Mumin?
Engineer Mohammed Kabir is currently a management staff.
May I call
at Transmission
Engineer
Company
Muftahu
of
Abdul
Nigeria.
Mumin?
He is a current registered engineer and a member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers.
Thank you.
And
I hand you
Nigerian
over to the
Institution
director
of
the
Power
program.
Engineers.
Please, if you hear your name, kindly come out immediately. We've called Engineer Omar Abdullahi, Engineer Muftah Abdul Mumuni, Engineer Bashir
Engineer Abdul Salam
Abdul Mumuni,
Abubakar started his
Engineer Bashir
engineering
Abdul
career at
Mumuni,
the prestigious
Engineer
Kaduna
Abba
Polytechnic
Kayola
with
Abdul
a
Salami,
national diploma in electrical engineering. He later obtained a higher national
Engineer
diploma
Abba
in
Kayola
electrical engineering
Abdul
major
Salami.
in electronic
Please, if
and
you hear your name,
telecommunication
you
from
answer
the
so that
same
we know you are
institution.
coming up.
He is currently
Engineer Felix
principal
Ademola
manager with the
Abikoye,
Transmission Company of Nigeria. He is a current registered engineer and a
Engineer
member of the
Aaron
Nigerian Society of
Aboshio,
Engineers and member of Nigerian Institute of Electrical and Electronics.
Engineer
and Engineering.
Abdul Rashid Abubakar, Engineer Omar Sahad Abubakar, Engineer Zubairu Abubakar, Engineer Olubenga
Abdul
Olufemi
Rashid started his engineering career at
Abuela.
the University of Technology, Yola.
Engineer
where he graduated
Emmanuel
with a bachelor's
Abutu.
degree in electrical and electronics
Engineer
engineering.
Kabiru
He
Mohammed
is a current
Adamu,
registered engineer and a member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers and member
Engineer
of Nigerian Institute
Bolaji
of Electrical and Electronics
Adebajo,
Engineering.
Engineer Kwazim Ademola Adedokun, Engineer Kolade Oyeni Adelekon, Engineer Monsuru
Engineer
Adeleye,
Abuela Olufemi Olubenga started his engineering
Engineer
career
Ibidapo
at Obafemi Awolowo University
Omoni,
Ife, where he obtained a bachelor's degree
Ademi
in
Louis,
electronic and electrical engineering,
Engineer Johnson
and then master's degree in
Oluwole
engineering management
Adeola,
at Ahmadu Bello University Zaria.
Engineer
He is a current
Olatunde
registered engineer and a member of the Nigerian Society
Adeshina
of Engineers and Nigerian
Adepoju,
Institute of Power Engineers.
Engineer Tohid Adekunle Aderoba, Engineer Ademola Olufunsho Adesayin, Engineer Ademola
Engineer Emmanuel
Olufunsho
Abutu started his engineering
Adesanwu,
career at the Federal University of Agriculture, Makurdi,
Engineer
where he graduated with a Bachelor of Engineering in
Olatunbosu
Electrical Electronics. His undying
Adeshina,
quest for knowledge spurred him to obtain a Master
Engineer
of Science
Olushe
degree in Electrical Engineering from the University of Lagos.
Adeshola,
Engineer Abutu is currently an Assistant General Manager,
Engineer
Power System and Development with
Olarewaju
the Transmission Company of Nigeria, Abuja. He is a current registered engineer and a member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers and Nigeria Institute of Power Engineers.
Engineer Olarewaju Adeyeruye. Engineer Abraham Adeyemi. Engineer Abidemi Razak Adeyemo. Engineer Ovie.
Kabiru Mohammed Adamu started his engineering career at Balewa University, where he graduated with a Bachelor of Engineering in Electrical and Electronics Engineering. He is currently the
Engineer Moni Moses,
Power System Planning and Development.
Engineer Moni Moses,
Nigeria, Abuja.
He is
a current registered engineer and a member of the Nigerian
Engineer
Society of
Mbam Comfort Afela. Engineer Sikak John Afia. Engineer Ako Joseph Agabi. Engineer Aji Ezekiel Abu. Engineer Okiemute Wilson Agre.
At Howard University, Washington, D.C.
Engineer Abraham
He has a bachelor's in
Ayadike.
mechanical engineering and a master's
Engineer
degree in
Tango
management information systems.
Obi
also
Nwanne
from Howard University, Washington, D.C., the USA.
Ago Haram.
He is currently the managing director
Engineer
of
Godwin
Paris Engineering Services
Afamefuna
Limited,
Agui.
Civil and Allied Infrastructure Engineering
Engineer
Services
Martin.
Company. Engineer Bolaji Adebajo is a current registered engineer, a member of the Nigerian Society
Obonoma.
of Engineers, the Nigerian Institute
Ahachi.
of Mechanical Engineers, and the
Engineer
Nigerian
Ahmad
Institution of Highway and
Selehijo.
Transportation Engineers.
Okay. Engineer Tijani Amadu. Engineer Mohammed Bello Ahmad. Engineer Mohammed Bello Ahmad. Engineer Yahaya Adamu Ahmad. Engineer Adesola Adeni Aino.
Started his
Engineer
engineering career at the
Ayorinde
University of Benin,
Bolade
City, Nigeria,
Aino.
with a bachelor degree in
Engineer
electrical
Olushola
engineering,
Ruben
a master's degree in electrical
Aino.
engineering from the University of Ilorin, Nigeria. He is a current registered engineer and a member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers.
Engineer Olumide Ayodeji Ajayi. Engineer Omoni Sunday Ajayi. Engineer Matthew Adekola Ajibade.
Engineer Ademiluyi
Engineer
Ibadapo
Oluwabuenga
started his engineering career at
Emmanuel
Federal University of Technology,
Ajiboye.
Ondo State. Graduated
Engineer
with a bachelor's degree
Chiamaka
in agricultural engineering.
Akeze.
He also obtained
Engineer
a master's degree in
Abiola
agricultural engineering from the same
Khadijat
university. He's a
Akombi.
current registered engineer and a member of the Nigerian
Engineer
Society of
Victor
Engineers,
Okechukwu
Nigerian Institute of Agricultural
Akara.
Engineers.
Engineer Patrick Osanyende Akenzua. Engineer Emmanuel Edeton Ahibwe. Engineer Akin Molayemi
Engineer Tauhid
Akindoju.
Aderoba started his engineering career at the Federal University of
Engineer
Technology,
James
where he graduated with a bachelor's degree in electrical
Akinlolu
computer engineering.
Akimpelu.
His quest for knowledge.
Engineer
Obtained
Julius
master's degree in
Adesoji
energy management
Akinsoya.
and technology from the University of Ibadan.
Engineer
He is a
said
current registered engineer and a member of the Nigerian
Ayib
Society of Engineers, Nigerian
Akonjo.
Institution of Power Engineers.
Engineer Emmanuel Apa. Engineer Promise Tochukwu Chibuzo Alole. Engineer Teso Polycarp Andorra. Engineer Benjamin Elochukwu Anyebuna. Engineer Vincent Anthony Ape.
Olatunbosun
Engineer Chukwudi
Adeolupekun started his engineering career
Mudiaga
at Polytechnic Ibadan, where he
Apotowo.
graduated with a higher national
Engineer
diploma
Kachi
in electrical engineering.
Malefe.
His undying quest for knowledge spurred him to
Apuogu.
obtain a postgraduate diploma
Engineer
and a
Nicholas
master's degree in electrical engineering, upper credit from
Sobuji
the Federal University of Technology,
Akuchi.
Akure, and Bell's University of
Engineer
Technology. Otta.
Adewale
He's
Benjamin
currently the
Alaba.
Assistant General Manager,
Engineer
Technical
John
Services at
Oyedele
Osogbo TCN
Alabi.
Regional Office.
Engineer
He's a current
Oluwasi
registered engineer and a member of the Nigerian
Yinka
Society of
Alabi.
Engineers.
Engineer Adoye Akinleye Alabwe, Engineer Isaac Oluwasi Shina Aleriwa, Engineer Mohammed Isa Alhaji, Engineer Abba Tijani Alkali,
started his
Engineer
career at
Abdulatif
where he
Ali,
graduated with a
Engineer
bachelor's degree in
Ganiyu
electrical electronic engineering.
Olakunle
He is currently the assistant
Aliyu,
general manager T of
Engineer
South
Usman
sub-region. He's a
Otaru
registered engineer and a
Aliyu,
member of the Nigerian Society
Engineer
of Engineers.
Theophilus Ebibweri Alaga, Engineer Esther Wasuku Alushi, Engineer Enorense Amadasu, Engineer Azukoye
A
Prince
bachelor's degree of engineering in electrical engineering from the prestigious
Amade,
University of Ilorin,
Engineer
and a master's in engineering
Ijoma
management from the University of Ibadan.
Amechina,
He is currently
Engineer
senior management
Fatai
staff of the
Olukayode,
Transmission Company of Nigeria (TCN) at the National Control
Anafi,
Center (NCC) in Osogbo.
Engineer
He is a
Ijoma
registered engineer and
Anibog,
a member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers.
Onyinye Chukwu, Engineer Beloved Anike, Engineer Nnemeka Anayo Aninwe, Engineer Benjamin Elochukwu
started his engineering career at the prestigious
Engineer Samuel
University Zaria, Kaduna State,
Akpagu,
graduated with a bachelor's
Engineer
degree in mechanical
Olatunji
engineering. His undying quest for knowledge spurred him
Andrew
to obtain a master's degree in mechanical
Arani
engineering
Sola,
and a PhD in mechanical engineering.
Engineer
The head engineering regulation
Mujidat
and enforcement department at the
Omolara
Council for the Regulation of
Aremu,
Engineering in Nigeria.
Engineer
He is a
Matthew
registered engineer and a member of the Nigerian
Olushesi
Society of Engineers, fellow of the
Aribi,
Nigerian Institution
Engineer
of Mechanical
Greg
Engineers.
Obiajulu Ashibogu, Engineer Oluwaseyi Peter Asoni Barre, Engineer Wilfred Amen, Asom Wonriri,
Engineer Aji Ezekiel Abu
Engineer
started his
Joshua
engineering career at
Alewo
Federal
Ata,
Polytechnic, Mubi,
Engineer
Adamawa State, where
Akintunde
he graduated
Atanda,
with a higher national diploma
Engineer
in
Muhammad
mechanical engineering.
Lawa
His undying quest
Atanda,
for knowledge spurred him to obtain
Engineer
a
Philip
diploma in mechanical
Ekundayo
engineering from
Atare,
the University of Technology,
Engineer
Akure, Oyo
Abdul
State. He's a
Audu,
registered engineer and a member
Engineer
of the Nigerian
Babatunde
Society of Engineers, Nigerian Institution of Mechanical
Jayola
Engineers.
Awode, Engineer Augustine Antonio Ayodele, Engineer Asmao Jafaru Baba, Engineer Abba Babagana, Engineer Taiwo Abimbola Dauda Badaru, Engineer Kefas Zenon,
Engineer Martin
Bada-
started his
Baduku,
engineering career at the University
Engineer
of Nigeria,
Alhaji
from where he
Rabiu
graduated
Bako,
with a bachelor degree in electronic
Engineer
engineering.
Aminu
He's a
Shuaibu
registered
Bala,
engineer and a member of the
Engineer
Nigerian Society
Tuko
of Engineers.
Sani Bala, Engineer George Yaro Balami, Engineer Tuko Musa Bamali, Engineer Abubakar Umar Barambu, Engineer Mosho Baraya,
Engineer
Baraya,
Tijani Amadu
Engineer
started his
Adekunle
engineering career
Akim
at
Bello,
Kaduna Polytechnic, Kaduna,
Engineer
where he
Mohammed
graduated with a higher national
Kama
diploma
Bello,
in electrical engineering, power, and
Engineer
machinery.
Robert,
He obtained a
Engineer
postgraduate
Robert
diploma in electrical
Rufuwai,
electronic engineering from Abubakar Tafawa
Boda,
Balewa University, Bauchi.
Engineer
He's a
Henry
registered engineer and a member
Temidayo
of the Nigerian Society of
Borarewa,
Engineers, the Nigerian Institution of Electrical Engineers.
Engineer Lucky Sepiribo Braid, Engineer Musa Sem Buba, Engineer Mala Alhaji Buka, Engineer Kafila
Engineer
Abimbola
Ahmed Mohammed Bello started his
Braimu,
engineering career at
Engineer
Bayero University, Kano.
Muhammad
He graduated with a
Mohammed
bachelor's degree
Ali
in electronic
Chama,
engineering. He is currently the
Engineer
assistant general
Ibrahim
manager and
Dada,
field services at the
Engineer
transmission
Ali
company in
Ibrahim
Nigeria.
Dala,
He is a current registered
Engineer
engineer and a member
Tanko
of the Nigerian Society of
Balarabe
Engineers, and
Dami,
member of Nigerian
Engineer
Institute
Joseph
of
John
Electrical and
Daniel,
Electronics in Engineering.
Engineer Musa Dahiru Ningi Danladi, Engineer Awa Rabiu Dan Sherif, Engineer Olubumi Rebecca Daramola, Engineer Rana Damulak Dache, Engineer Tanko Dauda, Engineer Ibrahim Usman Dederi, Engineer Biodun Joaquin Disiru, Engineer Adedamola Adekunjo Desimo, Engineer Hudu
University of Nigeria. He's a current registered engineer and a member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers and member of Nigerian Institute of
Engineer
Electrical
Hudu
and
Bunu
Electronics
Suleiman
Engineering.
Doma,
Engineer Akezi Chiamaka Stella Maris started her engineering career at Madonna University, Okija, Anambra State, where she graduated with bachelor's degree in electronic engineering. She also holds a master's degree in computing
Engineer
and network management from Robert Gordon University, Aberdeen, United Kingdom. Engineer Akeze Chiamaka is currently
Engineer Lukman
System Operations Transmission Company in
Oladimeji
Nigeria. She is a
Dosonu,
current registered engineer and a member
Engineer
of the Nigerian Society of Engineers and
Odema
member of Nigerian Institute of
Otomama
Electrical and
Douglas,
Electronics in Engineering.
Engineer Chimezie Kalistus Duru, Engineer Nnamdi Duru, Engineer Emmanuel John Ebong, Engineer Ogwemi
Engineer Biola Khadijat Akombi
Eda,
began
Engineer
her engineering career
Obiora
at the University of Ilorin, Kwara
Alexander
State, where she
Ede,
graduated with a bachelor's degree
Engineer
in electrical
Omar
electronic engineering. She
Raro
proceeded to obtain a
Stanley
master's degree in electrical power
Ofenudu,
engineering at the
Engineer
University of
Gabriel
Manchester Institute of
Augustine
Science
Effiam,
and Technology,
Engineer
United
Sunday
Kingdom. A
Ebiki,
current registered engineer, she is
Engineer
a member of the
Anthony
Nigerian Society of
Oko
Engineers
Egu,
and the
and
Institute of
Engineer
Electrical and
Solomon
Electronics Engineering.
Victor Ehigiato.
Engineer Akara Victor Okechukwu holds a bachelor degree in electrical engineering from the River State University of Science and Technology, Port Harcourt, Nigeria. Now River State University, Port Harcourt, Nigeria. He also holds a master's degree in electrical and electronic engineering from the Enugu State University of Science and Technology, Enugu. He is currently the principal manager at Transmission Company of Nigeria. He is a current registered engineer and a member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Engineer Osayande Patrick Akenzua began his engineering career where he graduated with a bachelor degree and master degree in petroleum engineering, both from the University of Benin. He is a current registered engineer and a member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers and member Society of Petroleum Engineers. Engineer Emmanuel Akibe started his engineering career at Edo State University, where he graduated with a bachelor degree in electronic engineering. He pursued further education and obtained a master's in project management from the Project Management College in the United Kingdom. He is a current registered engineer and a member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers and member of Nigerian Institute of Electrical and Electronics and Engineering. Engineer Polycarp Terso Andura began his career at Federal University of Agriculture, Makurdi, with bachelor degree in agricultural and environmental engineering. He is currently working in Minna, Niger State as Chief Orientation and Mobilization Officer Principal. He is a current registered engineer and a member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, member Nigerian Institution of Water Engineers. Engineer Chukwudi Mudiaga Akpotowo started his engineering career at Ambrose Ali University, Ekpoma, Edo State, where he graduated with a Bachelor of Engineering in Materials and Production Engineering. He's a current registered engineer and a member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Colonel Engineer Malife Kachi Akwogu started his engineering career at the Nigerian Defense Academy, Kaduna, as a member of the 49 regular course, where he graduated with a Bachelor of Engineering degree in Mechanical Engineering. He's a current registered engineer and a member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Engineer Nicholas Sobuji Akuchi started his engineering career at the Abubakar Tafawa Balewa University, Bauchi, where he graduated with a bachelor degree in mechanical and production engineering. His unending quest for knowledge spurred him to obtain an MBA in engineering management from the same university. Engineer Akuchi is currently a management staff of the Transmission Company of Nigeria. He is a current registered engineer and a member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Nigerian Institution of Mechanical Engineers. Engineer Adoye Akinyele Alagbe started his engineering career at the Ladoke Akintola University, Oyo State, where he graduated with a Bachelor of Engineering in Mechanical Engineering. He is a current registered engineer and a member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers.
Engineer Amobi Edmond Eje, Engineer Obuk Augustine,
Engineer Isaac Oluwashina
Ejonwu,
started his
Engineer Cosmos Daniel
Akiti State,
Ekane,
higher national
Engineer
diploma in agricultural
Belema
engineering.
Fubara,
He pursued a
Ekine,
PhD in agricultural
Engineer
engineering at the Federal University of
Fumilayo,
Technology, Akure, Ondo State.
Mercy,
Content with this achievement,
Ekoko,
he earned a master's
Engineer
degree in
Kelechi,
agricultural engineering from the same university.
Kingsley,
He's a current registered engineer and a member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Nigerian Institute
Engineer
of Agricultural
Austin,
Engineers.
Onyinye Chukwu Eluwa, Engineer Comfort, Wariebi, Emeyonu, Engineer Ezekiel Obadiah Enga, Engineer Oluwole Samson,
started his engineering career
Erin
at the
Folani,
prestigious
Engineer
Ramat
Benjamin
Maiduguri, where he obtained a
Obada
national
Esi,
diploma in electrical
Engineer
and
Eho
electronics engineering. His
Etahene,
undying quest for knowledge spurred
Engineer
him to obtain a bachelor's
Osarere
degree in
Malaki,
electrical and electronic engineering
Evuvan,
from the prestigious University of Maiduguri,
Engineer
Nigeria.
Ojega,
He is a current
Evuko
registered engineer and a member of the Nigerian
Wiroro,
Society of Engineers and
Engineer
fellow of
Cosmos,
the Nigerian
Chebozo
Institution of
Eze,
Electrical and Electronics
Engineer
Engineers.
Nna Dozie Chieloka Eze, Engineer Oliver Uchechukwu Eze, Engineer Chukwu Nonye Ezia, Engineer Chinedu Alex
started his engineering career at the Abubakar Tafawa Balewa University of Bauchi, where he graduated with a bachelor degree in electrical and electronic engineering. He's a registered engineer and a member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers and member of Nigerian Institute of
Engineer
Electrical and
Chizoba
Electronics Engineering.
Ifenyinwa Ezeoke, Engineer Happiness Eze Nwele, Engineer Oluwasin Adekola Fadare, Engineer Oluwatoyin Bamidele,
Engineer Theophilus Alagua started his engineering career at the University of Port Harcourt,
Engineer Oladotun Abraham,
he's a current registered
Faram
engineer and a member of the
Pojo,
Nigerian Society
Engineer
of Engineers.
Fatih Adere Farouk, Engineer Aliu Fateh, Engineer Samuel Tope, Fatu Kasi, Engineer David Adekunle Folunshaw, Engineer Onochie
joined the Nigerian Defense
Gabriel,
and was commissioned second lieutenant into the Nigerian Army Engineers. He rose from the
Engineer Abdulrahman Balagambo,
to Major General.
Engineer Chinda Daniel,
engineer and a member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers.
Gando, Engineer Mutala Alhaji Garoba, Engineer Sefulai Garoba, Engineer Folunshaw Rashid Wadamosi, Engineer Matthias Bedia Gunat, Engineer Abubakar Ahmed Wadabe, Engineer Osiju Mark Hama, Engineer Abubakar Umar Hamari, Engineer Eric Ampashi, Engineer Yo Shuaibu Haruna, Engineer El Hassan Yahaya Hassan, Engineer Ibrahim Mashi Hassan, Engineer Mustafa Hassan, Engineer Mustafa Alieru Hassan, Engineer Akani Yene Aban Henry, Engineer Kennedy Ihani Chukwu Ibechem, Engineer Nnamdi Celestine Ibe, Engineer Omo Engineer Omo Lara Ibikunle, Engineer Abba
Engineer Olatunji Andrew
Makintami
began his engineering
Ibrahim,
career at Yaba College
Engineer
of Technology, Lagos,
Dodo
where he graduated
Suleiman
with a higher national
Ibrahim,
diploma in electrical and
Engineer
electronics engineering.
Mohammed Ibrahim, Engineer Mohammed Hadi Ibrahim, Engineer Ibinabo Stanley
at the
Kyo
Akintola University of Technology, Ogbomosho,
Ideria,
Engineer Arinshola,
Engineer Idris Aminu Idris,
Company of Nigeria,
Engineer Tamara
he is a member of the Nigerian
Kuro
Society of Engineers
Ifidi,
and the Institute
Engineer
of Electrical and Electronics Engineers.
Enieni Samson Igodo, Engineer Felix Anayo Igwe, Engineer Victor Ejike Ihe Diwa, and the Engineer Uchechukwu
Engineer
Ihunweze.
Matthew Olusheshi Aribi began his engineering career at Enugu State University of Science and Technology with a bachelor degree in electrical and electronic engineering. He is currently the Assistant General Manager, Transmission Company of Nigeria,
So if you are here
region, Ondo State,
and you did not hear your name,
engineer and a member of the Nigerian
please
Society
kindly
of Engineers.
Inform us immediately.
Engineer Greg Obiajulu Ashibuogu has had professional experiences that cut across multidisciplinary fields of human endeavor, including, but not limited to, engineering. He is a current registered engineer and a member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Engineer Oluwaseyi Peter Ashonibare started his engineering career at the University of Ilorin, where he graduated with a Bachelor of Engineering degree. His undying quest for knowledge spurred him to obtain a Master of Civil Engineering from the same university. Engineer Oshinabare is currently an officer of the Federal Road Safety Corps, a current registered engineer. He is a member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers and Nigerian Institution of Civil Engineers. Engineer Akintunde Atanda started his engineering career at the University of Ibadan, where he graduated with a bachelor degree in electrical engineering. He is currently Bonga Southwest Aparo Project Operations Manager, a current registered engineer. He is a member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers and the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. Engineer Babatunde Jayola Awode has had professional experiences that cut across multidisciplinary fields of human endeavor, including but not limited to engineering. He is a current registered engineer and a member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Engineer Taiwo Abimbola Badaru started his engineering career at Yaba College of Technology, Yaba, Lagos, where he obtained his National Diploma Certificate in Electrical Engineering and his Higher National Diploma Certificate in Electrical Engineering subsequently at Kwara State Polytechnic in Ilorin, Kwara State. His thirst for knowledge continued as he obtained his postgraduate diploma in electrical engineering. A current registered engineer, he is a member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers and the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. Engineer Kefa Z. Badaku started his engineering career at the Abubakar Tafawa Balewa University, where he graduated with a bachelor degree in electrical engineering. A current registered engineer, He is a member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers and the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. Engineer Aminu Shuaibu Bala started his engineering career at Bayero University, Kano, where he graduated with a bachelor degree in electrical engineering. He is currently the Assistant General Manager, Transmission to SAY Sub-Region, a current registered engineer. He is a member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers and the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. Engineer Bala Tukor Sani started his engineering career at the Federal Polytechnic, Bida, where he graduated with a higher national diploma in electrical engineering. His pursuit for knowledge spurred him to obtain a postgraduate diploma in electrical engineering from Bayero University, Kano. He is presently a management staff of Transmission Company of Nigeria, a current registered engineer. He is a member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers and the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. Engineer George Yaro Balami started his engineering career at the University of Maiduguri, where he graduated with a Bachelor of Engineering in Electrical and Electronic Engineering. Engineer Balami is currently a depot manager at Avido Oil and Gas Company Limited, a current registered engineer. He is a member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers and the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. Engineer Mohammed Kamal Bello started his engineering career at the Bayero University, Kano, where he graduated with a bachelor degree in electrical engineering. His undying quest for knowledge spurred him to obtain a master's degree in electrical engineering from Bayero University, Kano. A current registered engineer, he is a member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers and the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. Engineer Bodam Robert Lufuwai holds a bachelor degree in electrical engineering from the Bayero University, Kano, a current registered engineer. He is a member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers and the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. Engineer Henry Temidayo Bolarinwa started his engineering career at Federal University of Technology in Akure, Nigeria, where he earned a bachelor degree in mining engineering. A current registered engineer, he is a member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers and registered mining engineer with Council of Nigerian Mining Engineers and Geoscientists. Engineer Ali Mohammed Chama started his engineering career at the Federal Polytechnic Mubi, where he graduated with a national diploma in electrical and electronic engineering. He proceeded to Kaduna Polytechnic, where he obtained higher national diploma in electrical engineering, postgraduate diploma in electronic and telecommunication engineering from same institution, and a master's degree in information technology from National Open University of Nigeria, a current registered engineer. He is a member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers and the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineering. Engineer Tanko Balarabe Dami started his engineering career at the Kaduna Polytechnic, Kaduna, where he graduated with a higher national diploma in electrical engineering. His undying quest for knowledge spurred him to obtain a postgraduate diploma in electrical engineering and a master's degree in controls and power engineering from Bayero University, Kano, a current registered engineer. He is a member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers and Nigerian Institution of Power Engineers. Engineer Musa Dahiru Ningi Danladi started his engineering career at Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, where he graduated with a Bachelor of Engineering in Mechanical Engineering, a current registered engineer. He is a member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Engineer Daramola Olubunmi Rebecca started her engineering career at Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, Nigeria, culminating in the attainment of a bachelor degree in electronic and electrical engineering, a current registered engineer. She is a member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers and the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. Engineer Damulak Luanar Andashe started his engineering career at the Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, where he graduated with a Bachelor Engineering in Electrical Engineering, a current registered engineer. He is a member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers and the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineer. Engineer Tanko Dauda started his engineering career at the University of Maiduguri, Borno State, where he graduated with a bachelor degree in electrical engineering, a current registered engineer. He is a member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers and the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers.
May I?
Engineer Doma Hudu Bunu Suleiman started his engineering career at the University of Maiduguri, where he graduated with a bachelor's degree in electrical and electronic engineering, a current registered
Please,
engineer.
can we
He is a member of the Nigerian Society of
kindly leave the
Engineers and the
stage
Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers,
so that we can conclude this session? Thank you, Mr. President. Let me invite Her Excellency, Engineer Noimot Salako Oyedele, Fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Deputy Governor of Ogun State, to come and respond on behalf of the new fellows.
Good afternoon, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, fellow engineers. I'm here on behalf of all the conferees today who have been invited and elected into the body of fellows of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. I adopt the already well-established protocols, but to extend my courtesies to the President of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Engineer Tertius Sad Gidari Wudil, and the Chairman of the Body of Fellows. I also especially recognize my dear husband, Alhaji Bode Oyedele, FCA. On behalf of all the conferees today, I want to thank the body of fellows for electing us into this very, very exclusive club. Everybody is here as evidence and the dint of their hard work, and for the body of fellows to have recognized the contribution of each and everyone here to the profession of engineering in Nigeria. We say thank you very much. I wish everybody a new lease in their engineering career with this honor that has been bestowed on all of us. And I want to assure you, our brother and sister engineers here, and the whole country, that this new crop of fellows will bring a new dimension into engineering in Nigeria, and will continue to do our best to uplift the profession, to uplift the professionals in the profession, and to improve the practice of engineering right across the country. Once again, thank you very much for this honor. We are indeed very appreciative. We thank you, and we look forward to doing so much with it. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you very much. One of our newest fellows, Her Excellency Engineer Noimat Salako Yedele, Fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to invite for the vote of thanks Engineer Dr. Ezekiel Bababumikoka, FNSC, Member Board of Fellows of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Please, let's appreciate him as he comes for the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, my able president, the chairman of Board of Fellows, Her Excellency, the deputy governor of my beautiful state, Ogun State, and the newest fellow in town. I don't want to stand on existing product. Let me not fall. I'm sitting on it. While I sit on the existing protocol, I want to appreciate every one of us that has been here. Everybody that has come from far and near. All the conferees, their spouses, their friends, their colleagues, our able ESCO of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, our past president here present, everybody that is seated in this hall. I appreciate you all. And on behalf of the chairman of Board of Fellows and all members of Board of Fellows, we appreciate you. We thank you for coming. And we pray that the good Lord that brought you here safely will take you back home safely. In the name of Jesus. And finally, I wish us a very, very Merry Christmas in advance and a prosperous 2024 in advance. Thank you for coming. God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Engineer Dr. Ezekiel Bababumi Koka, Fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, before we wrap up the program, let me quickly inform us that there will be a group photograph after the event in front of the auditorium. Immediately after the program, we will have a recession. The president will lead the recession, and after that, the group photograph will take place. With that, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of this event. It is my pleasure to request that we kindly be on our feet for the closing prayer. Second stanza of our national anthem, let's recite together as we say, O God of creation, direct our noble cause, guide our leaders right, help our youth the truth to know, in love and honesty to grow, and living just and true. With lofty heights attain to build a nation where peace and justice shall reign. Amen. The national anthem. Thank you very much, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. My name remains Engineer Ben O.C. Oko, Fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, and it's my pleasure to sign out. Please, the recession, please. Recession. Let's go out for the recession and then the photograph. The recession, please. The media people. Recession song. All the new fellows should recess with Mr. President behind the president.
He has never lost a fight, not forsaken me. My God has never lost a battle. He has never lost a war. He has never lost a fight, not forsaken me. Ọba mi kò ṣeun jì o, kò ṣeun jì. Ọba mi kò ṣeun jì o, rárá kò ṣeun jì. Ọba mi kò ṣeun jì o, kò ṣeun jì. Ọba mi kò ṣeun jì o, kò ṣeun jì. Come on, raise your sound to the God who has never failed you. I love it, yes, I'm tired. I am the God of all flesh. Is there anything too hard for me to do? No. Kò ṣeun jì, ẹgbẹ́ kí n gbọ́. Kò ṣeun jì, kò ṣeun jì, ẹgbẹ́ kí n gbọ́. Kò ṣeun jì. Ebele kana masuri kamo ujale kana. Ela kuri kuni samani mati ujale baraba yala ujala nani baba baba. Kò ṣeun jì, yeah. There is nothing impossible for you to do. 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 Kò ṣeun jì, ẹgbẹ́ kí n gbọ́. Kò ṣeun jì, ebele kò má lè má ní má náà tó má lákàrẹ́. Kò ṣeun jì, 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 ẹgbẹ́ kí n gbọ́. Kò ṣeun jì, kò ṣeun jì, ẹgbẹ́ kí n gbọ́. Kò ṣeun jì, kò ṣeun. He will never fail you. My God can never fail. My God can never lie. Kò ṣeun jì, ẹgbẹ́ kí n gbọ́. Kò ṣeun.